Hello, magical beings, and welcome back to another reading with the Wild Mystics. It is so good to be back. I am so sorry we've been gone for so long. A lot has been going on in the past few months, as I'm sure it has for a lot of you. So I just felt really called to come in here today and to connect with you all and just channel this reading through. So I feel like we ask ourselves, are we on the right path all the time? It's such a common question. And so I feel like with the full moon coming in, and of course, this is a timeless reading, but there is the full moon in Virgo coming in very soon, the worm moon. And so I just want to connect with the moon as she waxes and just see if there is any information that we can get with regards to the path that you are currently on. So we're going to get information on what path you're headed towards and what kind of paths are opening up for you, what opportunities are coming in, love opportunities, career opportunities, spiritual opportunities, all kinds of different options to take within your life. And so it's a really kind of quick reading that I want to do today, but at the same time, it's going to be pretty in depth. Like, we're going to cover a lot of things. So we'll see how fast I can channel. I do talk very quickly. So yeah, a breakdown of the reading. We are going to get into each of these beautiful runes here. We're going to get into your Moonology card. I've pre-shuffled oracle cards. We're going to get into some channeled messages from the moon. And we'll get into the tarot and some advice and guidance from the Sufi wisdom to close out the reading. We have 3 different piles to choose from, each with their own handcrafted cherry bark rune, which all of these runes are actually available on our Etsy shop, and they come with a little pouch. So we hand make them here in the woods. So if you're interested, you can check out our shop in the link below. But yes, let's get into our piles. We have group 1, be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon. And your rune is the harvest rune, Jera. Group 2 is time to breathe out, disseminating moon. And we have the rune of constraint, which is notis. Group 3, we have communication is key, new moon in Gemini. And we have the rune of opening, Kano. So again, these runes are all made out of cherry bark. And all of the bark is foraged ethically in our woods here. So take a moment to connect with one of these groups, and we will see you very soon. Bye. Hello, group 1. If you chose Jera, or the rune of harvest, or this beautiful crystal, or be bold and make the first move, this is going to be your reading. So I was just taking a moment to cleanse the space. If you are interested in these beautiful cedar smudge sticks, we have some on our Etsy shop, or at least we soon will. We do run out of them. So we're going to get straight into your reading. We are asking, are you on the right path? Okay, and so we're going to get into, what path you're on. We're going to get into what opportunities are coming in for you and which ones maybe you might want to take. So it's going to just be all about what resonates with you, but we're going to just take a moment to connect with our higher selves right now and release that which no longer serves us with a beautiful deep breath. Opening the doorways and allowing us to see clearly what path is meant for us. So we are going to start this reading by moving into the energy of your harvest rune here. And I'm actually going to read from the guidebook just because it is such a profound and wise book. The Book of Runes, Ralph Bloom. It's perfect. I love it so much. Anyways, so we have harvest, fertile season, 1 year. A rune of beneficial outcome, Jera applies to any activity or endeavor to which you are committed. Be aware, however, that no quick results could be expected. A span of time is always involved, hence the keyword 1 year, symbolizing the entire cycle before the reaping of the harvest. You have prepared the ground, Group 1, and planted the seed. Now you must cultivate it with care and love. And to those whose labor has a long season, Jera offers encouragement. Know that the outcome is in the keeping of providence and continue to persevere. Remember the old story about the farmer who was so eager to assist his crops that he went out at night and tugged on the new shoots? There's no way to push the river. You cannot hasten a harvest. Be mindful that patience is essential for the recognition of your own process, which in its season leads to the harvest of the self. So I'll put it there if you want to screenshot that. All right, so we're going to get into your oracle cards, but just from that reading alone, group 1, you've planted the seed. You have already started an intention. You know what it is that you want to create. You know what path it is that you want to take. Even if you don't consciously know it, you subconsciously, your heart knows exactly where it wants to go. So if that's in regards to a relationship, perhaps you've planted a seed in a relationship, you're starting a new relationship or a new cycle in a relationship. Spirit is saying, be bold and make the first move. It's time to move things forward. It's time to take action. Okay, so that this process can happen, because it is, I just saw 333 on the timer. Oh, so that could resonate for some of you. But yeah, it seems like there is a successful outcome in store for you waiting to be born. But again, you need to take the first move. So Spirit is saying you may have already planted this seed, but if you haven't planted this seed, it's time to do so. So if it's a creative project, if it's a career thing, if it's about moving into a new home or a new location, if it's uprooting and moving into a new space, Spirit is saying it's time to make that move. Spring is here, okay? It's time to plant your seeds, which is kind of funny because it's spring in the Northern Hemisphere, so that could resonate for some of you. So we're going to get into your oracle cards. First, we have animals. I just love this card. It's so colorful and so beautiful. So you may have a lot of different animals that kind of come to you. Like they could be spirit animals. They could just be animals that like show up on your walks or something, or you could have like pets that are trying to communicate with you and trying to tell you on like which path to take. I'll put that one there. We have details, number 43. Not sure how I'm gonna lay these all out. We have balancing act, number 11. We have by the book, number 11. Again, okay. Ooh, I'm going to put these beside each other because 11. There is some divine guidance watching out for you, okay? 11. And I saw 333 on the timer. I just feel like there are a lot of maybe synchronicities that are coming into you, or coming into, not into you, but into your world right now. You might just like have like these sudden like surges of inspiration, or you might just be like going about your thing and then you're just constantly like seeing the same sign again. Like I know for me, like I often will like I'll hear about like a raven or something, and then I'll start seeing ravens everywhere or hearing about them, or like in music I'll hear like caw caw or something. Like it's really strange how that happens. We also have truth be told, number 14. Put that one there. Okay, and then we have the Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, and withholding, number 20. Ooh, there's some beautiful, like, violet energy here. And we also have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. All right, there's a lot to unpack here, group 1. There is a lot to unpack, but I love the balance that's kind of being laid out here. Like the two, oh yeah, you guys got 2 Wisdom of the Oracles and 2 Hidden Realms, or sorry, Enchanted Maps actually. But yeah, more than others, the other groups. So let's get into this. What are we feeling for group 1? I'm seeing actually like a few animals here, like I was saying. So we had like the animals card. So there is literally a wolf and an owl. There's also a dove. So those animals could be significant to you. They could also be spirit guides in your inner world. We have elephants. So elephants could be significant. Elephants, I feel like, are the most like loyal and like friendly of beings. Like they stick together, they work together. Look at them working together. And they're on a path. this is all about are you on the right path? Spirit is saying, like, look, you have friends, you have family, you have beings who are literally helping to guide you on the right path. They're literally holding your hands, whether they're holding your hands in the physical or holding your hands in the spiritual. They are there watching out for you. Oh my gosh, group one, this is beautiful. Like, look at this. And then we have the owl over here. So two owls. I feel like owls could definitely be a sign. Owls are extremely wise beings, and they are nocturnal beasts, so they move around at night. They hunt at night. So Spirit is saying you may have some sort of like divine inspiration at nighttime. Maybe you feel like maybe you're waking up at random times in the night and you're like, why am I waking up at like 3 a.m? We're not necessarily meant to sleep for 8 hours at a time, right? Some of us are actually meant to like wake up in the middle of the night, work for a few hours, or like be divinely guided and then go back to sleep. Like the early morning hours of the, like, right when it moves from like dusk to dawn, like it's a powerful time. A lot of like divine inspiration comes in, a lot of creativity, a lot of just new ideas come through. So that could be significant to you as well. Okay, the Lady of the Gift, generosity. Yeah, it's about giving. It's about giving, and then you will be able to receive. I feel like with all this violet energy here, I feel like your third eye is opening, like through your crown. Like I feel like there could be a lot of divine guidance. Like I said, divine guidance, but also like your pineal gland. You might be having psychic experiences that are coming through to you, like cracked open here. You could be having an ego death, or you could be having what's it called, a kundalini awakening, or just realizing that the masks that you've worn no longer serve you. You might have had a tower moment in your life that has kind of brought you down, but often when we hit rock bottom, that's when we're able to grow. That's when we're able to come out and burst through the ground and become, like a seedling, right? So I feel like there's a lot of references to going within, going into the ground and bursting with new life, right? Planting a seed, watching it, and then watching it grow. But you have to set the intention. So you have to know what it is that you want to know whether or not you're on the right path. So for example, if you've been craving a new relationship in your life, and then, someone just shows up into your life, like the perfect person, and you're debating, you're like, is this real? Like, could this, like, you need to get out of your head. Spirit is saying, we're literally offering you opportunities, right? Like you only need to take them. And your ego and your overcritical mind will constantly be analyzing and constantly be wanting to protect you. But at the same time, you have to be open to opportunities. So it's interesting because we have by the book and we have details. And that just makes me think that, I feel like you've been overanalyzing it. You've been trying to figure it out from a logical perspective. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is very important, especially when you're trying to either build a business or you're trying to write a book, or it could be anything, any creative project, or even a relationship. It's important to kind of go over all of the pros and cons, go over and build a concrete plan, research and stuff. So I feel like maybe you've done that though. I feel like you've done that in your mind already. And for those of you who haven't, Spirit is saying, set the intention, and those things will then naturally come to you. You'll just naturally know where to go to find those resources. You might have someone come into your life who is, say you want to be an archaeologist or something. You'll have somebody who comes into your life who is like a historian or an archaeologist, and they can like show you the ropes. Or say you want to be a musician or something. You set the intention that, yes, I want to craft and create music. I want to share it with the world. And then lo and behold, a musician comes in, somebody who's been in the business for a long time, and they say like, I'd love to hear your music, or I'd love to like help you and show you the ropes, right? So I feel like things are just going to flow naturally once you kind of ground yourself and root yourself in this intention, in this idea. So are you on the right path? Well, ask yourself this question. Do you feel like you are growing something? Or do you feel like you're constantly ripping up the roots and ripping up the weeds and then trying to replant and then ripping them up and then replanting? Or do you feel like you're solidly like growing something? So if you feel like you've planted something and your soul and your heart and your mind are all in harmony with that idea, then yes, I would say you are on the right path. Otherwise, if you feel like you've been stumbling a lot, maybe it's time to reevaluate. Maybe it is time to go by the book, or back to the drawing board, right, so to speak, and go over what it is that you want to create in your life. And truth be told, I just see, I feel like our mind often tells us kind of falsities. The mirror is not a direct reflection of what we truly are. We are like, we are incredibly complicated and wildly creative beings. And I feel like there is a depth to your soul that has yet to maybe be explored. And I feel like going within and trying to uncover the truth of who you are, like, we have this mask here. It's about removing the mask and finding out who you truly are. And are you on that path? Because we have the removal of this kind of mask too. And then balancing act. You could be moving between two different realities. You could be on two separate paths right now. And you're like, do I want to be on this path or do I want to be on this path? And then kind of like hopping between them. That's actually a message I should have came up with earlier, but that just came through now. Like, yeah, here's this woman, she's like looking at this ship that's sailing away, and yet she's kind of staying put, she's concealing herself. She's holding like what looks like, oh yeah, she's holding a rope, and the ship is moving on a little, wow, a bubble. That is really fascinating drawing. Anyways, but yeah, it seems like you could be moving in two different like paths, two different timelines, and you're like, can I have this one and have this one at the same time? Like, can I have this new relationship but also this new career at the same time? Or will they push and pull each other? Are they two separate realities, or can I combine them? And Spirit is saying, if you want them both at the same time, plant that seed. Maybe you have a hybridized seed, a seed that can sprout multiple realities into time and space. Use it. That's a powerful, powerful, powerful gift that you have to be able to manifest this. So Spirit is saying, start, and the harvest will be well worth it. It may take time, but you just have to persevere. So we're going to quickly get into your channeled message from the moon. All right. I'm just going to leave your Moonology card here so I can connect with it. All right. Okay. Group 1, Spirit, channeled messages from our beloved moon. Are they on the right path, and what do they need to know about the path that they are headed on? Remember, take only that which resonates. This is the time. This is the time to open yourself, open your mind to the creative ventures of your reality. You are a divine light being who isn't afraid of channeling their true divine nature into physical form. If you've been holding yourself back, if you've been holding your reality in because you're afraid of what others might think, Spirit is saying, take the path where you can express. Take the path where you can show all the parts of yourself, the dark and the light, the color and the fragmentation. You are beauty. You are perfect. There is nothing that you need to do other than be your true self. Your mind will stop you. Your mind will prevent you. Your mind will slow you down. Spirit is saying, take the time now. Take the time to shine. There is no time like the present. But like all things, time waxes and wanes. Remember, when the opportunity presents itself, shine. Glow like a being of divine light, and you will have so many followers. You will be able to lead this path into the unknown and light the way for so many. So many beings are waiting to see your color shine, to follow your vibrant robes of plenty as you disappear off the edge into the unknown. There is a world waiting to be expressed, waiting to be loved, waiting to be felt. And you, group one, you can feel it. You can feel it in the depths of your soul. You can feel it deep behind your eyes. You can feel it. It is there waiting to sprout like a beautiful seed. Glow. Okay, wow. I have literally no idea what I just said, which is kind of exciting because I've been feeling really connected to the moon lately. I know that we all have deep connections to these beautiful luminaries, whether it's a planet, whether it's a moon, whether it's a star, but Spirit is saying it's time. Like, I believe that's what the moon was saying, that it's time to take the step forward into this path if you haven't already. So let's get some tarot just to kind of like, understand what the path is that you're headed towards. All right, so I'm just going to get out these beautiful Shadowscape tarot. I love these drawings. They are just so whimsical, so intricate. Like, oh, yeah, I love it. Okay, I'm going to move your moon card and we're just going to get into the tarot. So, whoa, that just came out of nowhere. I was going to say, is group one on the right path and what do we need to know? We're not going to take reversals today. We have the Six of Swords. Okay. Group one, Spirit. Are they on the right path? Wow, look at these. Nine of Wands. Honestly, like, these cards are flying out, which, well, the two that have come have flown out, which leads me to believe that this is the time. This is the time for action. Okay? This is the time to move. We have the Four of Wands. And with the Six of Swords here, she's moving away. She's literally moving away from something. She's moving away from that which no longer serves her, okay? Or you, he, she, it doesn't matter. It's just an energy. But the Six of Swords is about leaving behind an old idea, leaving behind an old way of living, and starting something new. And the Nine of Wands is somebody who has been through it. It's somebody who has been challenged by every little element in their life, and they need a moment to recuperate. They need a moment to analyze everything that they've been through before they tackle the next and final battle. And with the Four of Wands, it's time to celebrate. I feel like you really need to take a break, group one. I feel like you've been working really hard. And I know I'm saying, yes, take action. And I am totally saying take action. But when I say take a break, I say, like, stop over analyzing it. Stop questioning everything and let it go. Celebrate how far you've come. Celebrate. Have gratitude for how far you've come. And where you're meant to go will just open up for you. What path you're meant to take will literally open up for you. I feel like you have the skill. You have the courage. You have the wisdom. You have the experience to, oh, that's my dog there in the corner. You have the experience to know where it is that you're meant to go. You're literally lifting up your roots and moving. Whether or not, like, you're transforming your identity and just becoming a new you. All right, let's get another. Okay, that was a bit much, but we have the Hierophant. And bottom deck energy, we have the King of Pentacles. Oh, yes, I love to see it. I love to see this. Yeah, I feel like with the Hierophant here, maybe there's some sort of union coming into play, because the Hierophant is all about, he's like the spiritual advisor, the guru, but it can indicate that it's somebody watching over potentially a union, like, I guess in some of the decks, he kind of looks like a priest, but in this particular instance, it is a beautiful ant-like tree being. And he's like talking to these two little, I don't know what they are. Like, there's a lizard and a fairy. Anyways, he's communicating with these little beings. So I feel like maybe there is a being in your life, like an older being, or a being who has some sort of like experience or guidance that you could maybe learn from. So, oh yeah, that's it. Okay, so I feel like I feel like whatever it is that you have been wanting to move into, whatever path it is that you've been feeling maybe drawn to, maybe you didn't feel like you were skilled enough. Maybe you didn't feel like you were ready. Spirit is saying you're ready enough to find the master. When what's the quote? When the student is ready, the master shall appear. Okay, so open your eyes and prepare to connect with somebody who actually has the wisdom, who has the advice for you to step into the next dimension. So you set your intention of what it is that you would like, and this master shall appear before you. Okay, this master being. With the King of Pentacles, again, this King of Pentacles could also be kind of the experienced one, the master, the person who knows what it is, or sorry, the person who is familiar with that particular road, right? They're a king. Or sorry, knight. They're a knight. Did I say king? What the heck? Sorry, group one. I just had like a total mind blank. But maybe this knight is, yeah, going to show you the way. I feel like you can have the Hierophant and the Knight of Pentacles energy like kind of merging. And I feel like this energy is showing you like how to ground a particular idea or a particular, like either it's a project or it's a relationship or it's whatever path it is. This Knight of Pentacles is grounding this path on the material plane. Okay, so this master, this person, is inspiring you to ground yourself, to ground this idea, whatever it is. And I do see like a lot of abundance is waiting. It might take a little bit of time because the Knight of Pentacles is slow moving energy. They're very grounded. They know what it is that they want. But I do feel like there is a lot of abundance waiting for you. And there's just celebration that needs to happen here. Wow, this Knight of Pentacles, like, look, what is he riding? A dragon. Wow, dragons are powerful, powerful creatures. Dragons have gone within. They have dealt with their shadows, right? They aren't afraid. Right? They are like the monster in a sense. So they're not afraid to look at themselves and see themselves for what they truly are. And I feel like you might have been inspired by, maybe it's some sort of masculine figure. It could be just somebody who's very materially successful or materially abundant, and you could be like really inspired by this person. So follow that, and if that's what you feel connected to, know that you can become whatever it is that you put your mind to. And when you're inspired by something, it really helps you to kind of put the pieces together, you know, like you're like, oh, this person does this and this person does this. And so then you can kind of incorporate those pieces of the person into yourself, right? So that's really, really beautiful energy, group one. We're going to get into your Sufi wisdom card, and I did draw one for you, which I thought was kind of fitting. It's literally finding the path. You are the driver and the navigator. So if you've stayed with me this long for this reading, which I don't know if I've made any sense, then this Sufi card could be extremely powerful. So finding the path. This might be like the most important thing that you hear from this reading today. So finding the path. You are the driver and the navigator. Doing as others told me, I was blind. Coming when others called me, I was lost. Then I left everyone, including myself. And then I found everyone, including myself. Rumi. And I do feel like with the beginning, with the beautiful oracle cards that we had, where the being was like peeling off the masks, right? They were peeling off layers of themselves to find their true identity. And I do feel like that's what's been happening here. In the face of a challenging decision, you may feel paralyzed and not know what to do. It might be fear that keeps you from finding your way, or stress may block your ability to seek higher guidance. You may doubt your own ability and question the wisdom of your restless mind. Rumi comes with a message for you to guard against others trying to influence you. By staying centered in your heart, you can align with your deeper essence. This can be a magical moment to take a step toward creating the life that's right for you. The heart seeks solutions through love and opens the mystery of divine perception. You learn to trust a wisdom that is already yours. If you turn to your rational mind, you're relying on a limited vision. That's literally what we were saying. We were saying your mind is going to try to figure things out, but no, at the end of the day, you have to surrender to your heart. Dear one, your deeper instincts are often the right ones. You can rise above your doubts and uncertainty by learning to trust your heart. It is wise not to become too attached to the outcome. Make a choice, stand by it. Taking a risk is part of life and part of the human condition. Accept the consequences and know that you have ability to face them. The important thing is not to betray your commitment to your growth and well-being. And the mantra is, I am honoring and affirming my life by making a serious commitment to be the best person I can be. I will trust my heart to guide me in making my decisions. I couldn't have said it better myself, you guys. That was a beautiful, beautiful reading. And I just want you to know that you can trust yourself. And as Esotero says, she says, like, anxiety screams, but intuition whispers. So follow the voice of your heart. Follow that subtle pull that's just guiding you along. And it's okay to feel inspired by people. It's okay to feel drawn to certain things, but when you're influenced entirely by them, that's when you can get lost, right? If you're being influenced by just the material and not the internal world, that's where things can become chaotic and confused and disharmonious, if that's a word. But I think that you're going to find the balance. I think that you have been through enough that you know what to trust at this point. Okay? So follow the voice of your heart, group one. I know that the harvest will come to you very soon. So plant your seeds, and we will see you in another reading. Thank you so much for coming by. If you stayed with us this long, please like this video, subscribe to us. We would love to be able to make more of these videos, but if we don't have the engagement, we can't keep making them, and we'd love to be able to connect with you guys. So thank you so much for sticking around, and we will see you in another video. Bye. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. It is so good to be here and connect with you. I'm just cleansing the space with this cedar smudge stick. If you're interested in these, we sell them on our Etsy shop, link below. Anyways, we're going to get into your reading. Are you on the right path? And we're going to get channeled messages from the full moon. So we're going to first start out with going into your rune meaning, and this is the rune of constraint, but it is in reverse, which I forgot to mention in the intro. You also have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon, and this beautiful crystal. Whoops. Sorry, I did not mean to make that sound. All right, so we're going to get into your rune first. And I'm just going to show you the book too, because it is extremely powerful. We're going to read the reversal. As part of the cycle of initiation, Nauthis is the great teacher disguised as the bringer of pain and limitation, but it has been said that only at the point of greatest darkness do we become aware of the light within, which we come to recognize the true creative power of the self. When something within us is disowned, that which is disowned wreaks havoc. A cleansing is required now, which we were literally doing. In undertaking it, you will fund a will and strength of character. Begin with what is most difficult and proceed to what is easy. Or, conversely, begin with what is easy and proceed to what is difficult. Either way, remember that suffering in its original sense merely means undergoing. Thus, you are required to undergo the dark side of a passage and bring it into the light. Controlling your anger, restraining your impulses, and keeping your faith firm, all this is at issue. Modesty and good temper are essential at such a time. Okay, so take time to breathe out. Wow, group 2. If you have been feeling like you are just kind of like frustrated and done and you just want to take a break, this is a confirmation that you need to literally take a break. Breathe out. Relax. You need some time for yourself. Okay? You have been through quite a lot, group 2, and it just feeling this energy, I feel like you've been through a lot of really dark, like a dark night of the soul, where I feel like you've been unraveling yourself already. Like I feel like you've been through maybe a lot more than maybe a lot of other people around you, and maybe they don't understand. Maybe you feel like you're in it alone. But group 2, you have so many beings that are with you, so many beings that are protecting you. Spirit guides, your ancestors, the universe wants to see you succeed. It wants to co-create with you. It wants to work with you. But sometimes we have to go into the darkest parts of ourselves, like the card was saying, to find those gems, to find that light, right? We can't see the moon if it's sunny outside, right? Like, you can see the moon at its brightest when it's dark. And I feel like that's like you, group 2, like you are getting ready to shine. So before I get too carried away, let's take a time to just take a deep breath in. Group 2, deep breath in. And release that which no longer serves you. Another deep breath in. And we're going to connect to our higher self. And only take the messages that resonate here. Okay? So this is about, are you on the right path? Okay? Spirit is saying, yes, you are definitely on the right path. Even though it may have felt like you are definitely on the wrong path. No, Spirit is saying you are on the right path. There has just been a moment, a blip, where you maybe stumbled and you felt, you know what? I don't know if I can do this anymore. But yes, you can. Yes, you can, group 2. I believe in you. I wanted to I wanted to swear there, but I won't. I wanted to I freaking believe in you guys. Okay, we're going to get into your oracle cards because this just, I'm so curious to see what comes out. We have commitment. We have cleaning house. We have earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother. Slow down, time in nature. I love when the cards literally say what it is that I want to say. Like, seriously. So 37. That's the only number so far. We have chess queen. Number 30. Trust strategizing. I'm like, this kind of looks like it would go here. Maybe I'll put this here. Put that underneath. All right. We have observer. Like, seriously, taking time to just sit back and watch things unfold, I feel. And oh, sorry. This is your Sufi card. This is for later. Sorry, I'm getting all excited here. All right. Pull these down a little bit so we're even. All right. Group 2, Spirit, what are we feeling? I do feel like you've spent a lot of time over analyzing things. Same with group 1. Group 1 was very much like that, but this seems like you've maybe been in a darker place. That's not to say that you have. I'm just picking up energies here. So for some of you, you've been in a fairly dark place, and I'm saying the light is within you. And I feel like you've been realizing that there are things in your life that no longer serve you. There are things, there are people, there are places that you just don't need in your life anymore. And so it's really important that you clean house, because this commitment card that I'm seeing here, this is a commitment to yourself. That's what I'm seeing. For some of you, it could be a commitment to another being, but I see this particular reading, this path that you're headed on. This is a path of commitment to yourself. And I'm seeing, yes, 2 beings, but the dark and the light. I'm seeing bring the dark parts of yourself into the light of awareness, into where you can see them, connect with them, hear them. Don't be afraid of those things that you've maybe kept hidden in the past. It's time to acknowledge them. And in acknowledging them, you can clean them, you can sort them out, you can move them out of your psyche. Right? It's like our digestive tract. We eat food and we, excrete it. Not to be like gross, but that's what happens, right? That's what happens. We consume content and we share it again. We're creators. With this earth pulsing, this is completely in alignment with the breathe out energy. This is about taking the time for yourself, taking the time to slow down, to meditate, to connect, to ground yourself. It's important that you go outside if you can, connect with the natural world. If it's going on a vacation, if it's just going on a walk into a park or something and connecting to a tree, Spirit is saying that is the path that you need to take And the more you try to maybe avoid taking a break, the more the universe is literally going to make you take a break. And that could bring in a tower moment for you, which in the tarot means, some sort of chaotic event that's going to make you have to take a break. And I don't mean to scare you. This is just the information coming through. But I know that for myself, like, I like to work really hard because I like to be occupied. I don't like my thoughts to take over me. But at the same time, I've had all kinds of crazy things happen. Like I had a tree literally land on me in the forest. Like how often does that happen to someone where a tree lands on them? And so I was in bed for months because I couldn't walk. So I'm just saying it's important that you take a break to connect with yourself and analyze where it is that you want to be. Like this observer card is saying, observe, sit back and watch, be like a cat or like this little fox here. Observe. And we have the moon again. So maybe it's time that you sit back and just connect to the moon. The moon has so many powerful realizations to share. I can't tell you how many times I've just sat back and looked at the moon. Because it allows your subconscious to kind of flow out of you, flow out. And then those pieces that were kept in the darkness, you can look at them, you can analyze them. Like the moon, she waxes and wanes, right? So do our psyches. They wax and they wane. Our emotions wax and wane. So it's a time to trust and to strategize. And the strategy is, the path is saying, take a break. You've been feeling stuck. You've been feeling like something needs to change. That's what constraint means. It's like, I'm stuck. I can't move. Like your hands are bound. And Spirit is saying, sit back and watch as the bindings unfold from you. They're not yours. Those bindings are not yours. And you may say like, oh, but I have these responsibilities. I have these obligations to these people. Spirit is saying, your obligation is to, what do you think I'm going to say? Yourself. Okay? If you're a parent, yes, you are a parent. You are there to take care of your children, but you cannot take care of your children if you don't take care of yourself first, right? You have to take care of yourself so that you can become a better version of yourself, so that you can inspire your kids. You can inspire them to become the better versions of themselves. So let's get into channeled messages from the moon. That was a beautiful oracle beginning. I love how clear and concise that was. Like just take a break, group 2. Take a break. Relax and take a break. Group 1 was like, take action. Group 2, take a break. Okay, so we're going to connect with the moon now. I'm going to channel the moon. Even though it's daytime right now, she's still there somewhere. So group 2 and their path. What path is meant for group 2? What do they need to know about their current path that they're on? Oh, moon. What do they need to know? Fear. Fear is an old friend. You're familiar with fear. And in that familiarity, you need not fear it. That which we can connect with, that which we can know, that which we can taste and feel and touch and see, we need not fear it. And so, in the past, let go of the things that have hurt. Let go of the things that have scared you. We hold on to these fears because we hope that in holding on to them, we will remember not to make the same mistake. But the wisdom is within you, group 2. The wisdom is within you, and the fear need not be there any longer. You have read the paper. You have seen the map. You know where to go. You know where the obstacles are. You know because you can trust your intuition. You can trust that part of your heart that is glowing always. There is a light inside of you. There is a light that is always willing to shine on the dark parts of yourself, the dark parts of others. It's time to forgive. It's time to forgive, but not forget. Know and to listen. There is something waiting to be born inside of you, but it cannot be born unless you take the time to go and protect yourself. Protect yourself. Heal yourself. Wash yourself in a collection of vibrating stardust, because that holds the higher vibrational dimensions of reality that can guide you to where you need to be. And you need, as a human, you need to remember that you are divine light expressing in a 3D form. And there is so much light to be born within you. The 3D form can hold more light than you could have ever imagined. All you need to do is open up your heart. Your heart is the light container, the light bearer. Open your heart and feel the energy flow through you. You will feel more abundant. You will feel more alive. You will feel more creative. You will feel entirely expressive of your true divine nature. Because that is what you are. You are light, playing human. So let go of the fear. Relax into the being that you are and trust that you will find the way when the time is right. Wow. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you heard that, but that was literally all the snow falling off the roof. When the time is right, I feel like that is a confirmation from Spirit that you will know when the time is right. So we're just going to get quickly into your tarot cards because we are running out of time. But that was, whoa. Okay, we're already getting so many. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. Sorry, I'm still kind of like really still connected to that channeled energy from the moon. I don't even know what I said, but like it just felt so right. But yeah, what else does group 2 need to know about their path forward? What path? Are they on the right path? Holy smokes. You know what? I'm going to take them all. I'm going to take them all. We're not going to be petty here. We're going to take everything. All right. Temperance. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Okay, look at all this color coming through. The reds, the emeralds, the golds, the purple. It's beautiful. It's everything. Because that's what you are. You're a multidimensional being, group 2. And on the bottom of the deck, we have strength. We couldn't have asked for better. This is beautiful. All right, so we have the Emperor. We have Temperance. We have Two of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and Eight of Swords. I love this story because it is exactly what I feel this energy has been all along. You've been in this Eight of Swords energy, group 2. Look at this. Look at this poor swan being like trapped in a river of thorns. And there's this little hummingbird saying like, it's okay. You're going to be okay. I'll rescue you. Or yeah, I feel like the little hummingbird is like the higher self saying, it's okay. You're going to be okay. Like, just wait. Like in time, the thorns will dissipate. But in reality, the thorns aren't even real. The thorns are inside the mind. Okay. Like you, group 2, have the power to take control over these thoughts, take control over these negative thought patterns, and fill your heart with gratitude for what it is that you do have. I know that you've been through a lot. I can't imagine it, but you have the power to let it go. You don't have the power to control other people. You don't have the power to control necessarily all of the external circumstances. But what you do have is the power to control your inner world. That is what we are given. The power of imagination, the power of thought. Thoughts can be used to hurt us, but they can also be used to heal us. So I feel like out of this healing, out of this moment where you need to take a break, where you need to sit back and just contemplate and go within and just heal your physical body, your mental body, all of your bodies. I feel like, look at the Six of Pentacles is coming. This is success. This is abundance. This is joy. This is feeling grounded in what you are. There is a powerful energy of just feeling stable and just knowing that you're putting your energy where you need to. Like these cups, or sorry, these coins, look, they are literally landing onto this little beautiful little plant being. And I feel like this gold is flowing into it and it's helping it grow, which I know like money doesn't help plants grow. Water does and sun, but you get the picture. The Two of Wands. The Two of Wands can sometimes be seen about making a decision. And so I feel like there are two paths open to you. One of the paths is to take a break, to take a step back, and to sit back and watch and observe your reality as it unfolds without trying to control it, without trying to manipulate it. And the other reality is you can continue to try to keep manipulating and controlling it, but you're just going to be met with resistance and you are going to have to take this break at some point. So whether or not you take the path to the relaxation and the breath work and taking it easy and meditating, whether you take that step now or you wait till later, it's going to need to happen is what Spirit is saying. And coming out of it, you have Temperance. Okay, Temperance is an alchemical card. It's about merging the dark and the light together and crafting something new. You can see the gold energy, the blue energy. It's like the yin and yang coming together. Here, you actually see the yin and yang there. She's holding it. She's like, I have merged my dark and my light together, and I am whole now. And in being whole, what do you become? You become this Emperor energy. And the Emperor is stable. They are a leader. They know where it is that they are putting their energy, okay? They are in charge. And not only are they in full control over their inner world, but they are also in control of their physical world as well. People respect them. People look up to them. And so I feel like the path that you're headed down is one where you will be looked up to, where you will become a leader, where you will guide many different people. But again, you have to connect to those parts of yourself first before you can lead an entire I don't want to say nation, but before you can lead like a group of people or like head a family or or run a business. Talking to the different parts of yourself, your inner voices, is what will allow you to be able to communicate it to all the people in your life and maintain that foundation, maintain that grounded stability and craft abundance. Like the Emperor is extremely powerful, but also very abundant, right? And they have this abundance to share with everyone. And on the bottom, we have Strength. Okay? Strength is a being who has made companionship with her fears. This lion, which she may have feared in the past, she's working with this lion. She's working with, look, oh my gosh. Okay, group 2, like, look at this. Look who's on the back. It's the little swan from the beginning. I feel like this swans can be significant, but I feel like the swan is showing like, hey, I made it to the end. I made it to this place of power, strength, of courage, of not stepping down, of taking the time to realize that those swords weren't real after all. They were all in my mind. And look at, there's the swan. And the swan is like got little cat friends and there's birds. Everybody's doing pretty well here. So I feel like you're headed in a really powerful direction. I feel like there is so much strength, so much. I feel like by using these fears, by using the pain, by using the struggle as fuel to get you to where you need to be, right? Once you take that break, you'll realize that these things that have happened to you in the past are merely fertilizer, right? They're merely fuel to help fuel you forward, move you forward to where you're meant to go, to whatever path is calling you. So if you're a creator, if you're a writer, if you're a teacher, if you're a healer, like you could be anything. Spirit is saying those parts of you need to come together in an intricate puzzle before you can truly express yourself, right? The universe wants you to be whole before you come together and are able to express. So you are coming together, group 2. You are coming together, but right now you're in a beautiful place where you can take the path to healing. You can take the path of rest and then await all these magical forms of yourself that are coming through, right? You will have the power, you will have the strength to be able to withstand any storm. So this is beautiful energy. I love your reading, group 2. I absolutely just love your cards and I love your energy. This is like, I know that it's been hard, but I just have such like belief that you can make it through. So all right, this is your beautiful Sufi card to close out the reading. So I'm just going to read from the guidebook because like this is Sufi wisdom. These are the sages and they're just powerful insights. So let's read your transformation card. All right. And you can screenshot it if you also want to. Transformation. Let love transform you forever. I was dead, became alive. I was tears, became laughter. The power of love arrived and made me everlasting power. My heart felt the glow of life ripped open into bloom. I have no fear. Because I have the heart of a lion, I shine like Venus. Rumi. And literally, like, what was the... Here, sorry, I'd have to, like... The heart of a lion. Look it. There's her lion. It's literally beside her heart. So... You have a courageous heart, group 2. You have a powerful heart. And I think that you can light up so many lives once you truly, like, have a chance to heal yourself. Because you are your light, group 2. Rumi calls you to feel the winds of change, carrying you toward a wonderful transformation. He has come to remind you that life is an opportunity to learn and joy to live. As you experience life, you learn to transform it in accordance with your specific terms and requirements. Some changes are complex, some require insight, some are done intuitively. Dear one, making a move from your comfort zone requires you to surrender willingly to a new life that is unknown. Faith and dedication are two necessary conditions that will help relieve you from what is not satisfactory. Rumi sees the power of love as the maker of such a change. He calls you to use this power as the energy and guide to create a new life. By allowing love to be your guide, you will search beyond what has been familiar, and you will be much more aware because you will be longing to dwell with the very existence of your beloved. By submitting to love, you will be able to receive its spiritual guidance. Like a butterfly, you can break out of the smallness of the cocoon and fly to freedom. By reaching deep inside and utilizing your inner power, you will let the challenges and predicaments that come along lead you toward new and creative experiences in life. And the mantra is, the seeds of love germinate inside my heart and bloom into unlimited creative expression. I am surrendering into the mysterious and generous flow of life. Truly, I do feel like when you take a moment to yourself and you take that moment to just ground yourself and connect, the transformation can work even stronger and even more powerful. Love can light you up right away. Like when you're constantly doing other things and distracted, it's harder for love to speak through you. But when you're silent and there's just peace drifting through and you're able to connect, this transformation can, like I said, just work wonders and work so much quicker. You need not manipulate anything. Everything is happening as it's meant to be. Everything is happening at the right time. So enjoy this transformation, group 2. Enjoy the powerful transformation from the dark to the light and back. Like, it is a beautiful cycle. And I'm so proud of you guys for making it this far. Like, you guys are just incredible. So just know that I'm sending you all the love in the world, and I'm giving you a big hug because I know how hard these transformations can be. I know how painful they can be, but at the same time, how beautiful and eye-opening and wondrous they can be for our consciousness and our hearts. So, sending you all my love, and if you did enjoy this video, or if any of it resonated, feel free please to like and subscribe and share this content. If you want to comment below, feel free to share anything that resonated with you. We would love you to connect with us more and see other future videos, because it really helps to keep this channel alive, because it's hard to, as you know, live in so many different realities at once and try to craft and create, but I believe that we can together. So thanks again, and we will see you in another video. Bye! Hello group 3, and welcome to your reading. Today we are asking Spirit, are we on the right path? And we are going to get messages and guidance from the moon, channeled messages actually, and we're going to get into your oracles, we're going to get into the tarot, and we're going to get into some Sufi wisdom as well. So it's a pretty packed reading. I'll try to keep it short, but honestly there's a lot to cover. So we're first going to get into your beautiful Kano rune here, the rune of opening, and then we're going to get into your oracle cards. All right, so if you like these runes or like the look of them, they are available on our Etsy shop. In fact, I think there's maybe only one left, so you might want to check that out. But anyways, here we go. Kano. So this is the rune of opening, renewed clarity, and dispelling of the darkness. You are free to receive and to know the joy of non-attached giving. The protection offered by Kano is that the more light that you have, the better you can see what is trivial and outmoded in your conditioning. Recognize that while on one hand you are limited and dependent, on the other you are a perfect center of harmonious and beneficent force of the universe where it can radiate. You are at the center of all creation. So if you've been operating in the dark, now is the time where you are able to see everything. Okay, you're able to take all of the pieces out and you're able to analyze them and know where it is that you want to put your energy. Okay, it's a very, very powerful rune. I feel like these readings today have kind of been like in order. Like group 2 was the lead up into this one here. Group 2 was more about being in the darkness, and this one's about being in the light, which is interesting because you have like the new moon, but the new moon happens just before the waxing starts, right? So there's something building here, right? There's an opening happening. Something is coming in. So I feel like whatever path you guys are on, there is some powerful, expansive energy coming in. Something big is coming for you guys. So I'm really excited to see what your oracles are. So we're going to get straight into those without further ado. We have Mountain number 6. Speaking of something big is coming. We have Home. Beautiful. We have, let's see. Number 12. A change in the wind. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service. Selflessness, humility, and conscious action. Number 2. Put these here. So 12, 2, and 6. And then we have Empathic Starseed, energetic sovereignty, and absorbing what's not yours. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put that one there because they don't all fit perfectly. Whoops, look at me spinning things. All right, let's see. What are we getting here? I might need to get another card if I don't feel like I have enough information. But all right, group 3. Yes. Okay. There is a powerful change coming for you guys. Okay. A powerful change. You've been through quite the transformation. I feel like in the past you've kind of gone within. I feel like you've been taking the time to kind of learn about yourself, learn about the different pieces of yourself. You might have done a lot of inner healing, a lot of inner work, potentially symptoms of a Kundalini awakening. But for some of you, I do feel like there's just been this shedding of the old and this revitalization. I feel like you've planted the seeds. I feel like you're getting ready to climb the mountain. I feel like you're all geared up. You're getting ready. Um, you're you're brave. Your backpack is filled, and you're getting ready. Now, for some of you, you're going on a journey. For some of you, there is a journey that is waiting to open up for you. It could be traveling somewhere. It could be a journey in a relationship. But I do feel like there is some sort of union coming for you. This could be, like I said, it could be a union in a different place. Like maybe you're drawn to a certain like geographical location, and it's the union between your being and that particular space uniting together. But again, with this home card here, it's making me think that for some of you, you're going to be building a new home. You're going to be, moving to a new place where you can put your roots down and truly spread like joy and contentment and have that stability, have that grounded foundation that you need to be able to like, spread your wings, spread your roots and grow like your leaves. Like I feel like there is just a beautiful beginning that is awaiting to happen. And that's what this path is. This path is a fresh start. Like it feels like there is this change coming. And I feel like in the past, if you've been giving to other people, like for a lot of you, you could be empaths. You could resonate with that. You could resonate with being an empathic starseed, somebody who is deeply, deeply connected to the emotional realms of others and themselves. But it can make you feel lost. And I feel like for many of you, you've been working to protect yourself. You've been working to find ways to protect your soul, protect your energy, and not let others kind of disseminate that, not let others take away from you and weaken your power. Now, for some of you, I feel like it's important that if you feel like there is this final hurdle to pass before you can actually, set off on this new cycle, this new path, remember that rivers flow around mountains. Okay? They're not forced. They flow naturally. The river doesn't climb up the mountain, right? The river flows around the mountain. So take the easy road if possible. You don't need to force anything. If it feels like you're forcing it, then that's not the right path for you. If it feels effortless and flow and like you could just ride like a seed on the wind, then yes, that is where you're meant to go. That is where you're meant to find your new direction. But yeah, it's important that you just, I feel like honoring your journey, honoring what you've been through, and just, I feel like giving to others and just feeling gratitude for everything that you've been through, even the dark parts of your journey. It's so important when you enter into this new phase of life, because if you can feel forgiveness, if you can feel gratitude, you can open up a million doorways. There's not just one path waiting for you. There's millions of pathways, and you can choose which one it is that you want to go on. So there'll be opportunities coming in for you, and you will be the one that gets to decide where it is that you want to put your energy. So Spirit is saying communication is key now, okay? So take the opportunity to communicate to whoever or whatever that you need to make this move forward. This is the next step in your journey, in your evolution as a human being on planet Earth. So communicate it either to like yourself, communicate it and declare it and say, hey, me, this is what I need to do. This is where we need to go. Or declare it to whether it's your family, whether it's a partner, whether it's a friend. Clear, concise communication is key to opening this new gateway. So we're going to get straight into channeling your beloved moon energy. I'm just going to take a sip of water. Okay. So, moon, what guidance, what advice, what messages can come through? I will be used as a channel, and any messages that come through, just take what resonates, and like Hermit says, don't let the rest take from you. All right, what messages for group 3 and the path that they are headed towards? What messages. What do you want? Where do you want to go? Who do you want to be? And who do you want to journey with? These are all questions that you need to ask yourself as you pack your bag and step onto the new road into the unknown. There are a myriad of doorways, a myriad of worlds that you can enter into, and all you need is but a pinpoint in time to say, this is what I desire. This is what I am grateful for. And once you set that intention, once you make that declaration to the universe hears you. The universe says, yes. Anything else? Anything else I can help you with? So make that announcement. Declare, yes, I would like to journey here. Yes, I would like to be with this person. Yes, I would like to have this. Yes, thank you. I am grateful for this life. And in so doing, the entire world becomes at your disposal. You are a creator working with the entirety of the universe, no longer just a pawn in another's game. You are God. You are God playing human. You are all God, and everyone is you. And you have the ability to give and receive. Give and receive. When you give to yourself, you are receiving. It's a beautiful ebb and flow, waxing and waning like the moon. Remember that when you give, you can expect that all the bounty will come back to you at another time and space. So open yourself up to the myriad of possibilities, and know that there is a divine life story waiting to be had, for you have all the power inside of you. Your genes are waiting to express themselves. Your story as the main character is about to begin. Get ready. Wow, okay, that was so fun. Oh, I love your energy. This is such a beautiful energy to be in, such an expansive, adventurous energy. I just love it. Oh, I hope that I pick this card. All right, we're gonna get into the tarot, you guys. Just get any more advice for you guys, but I feel like the moon said a lot. I can't wait to go back and listen to what the channel message was, because sometimes when I channel messages, I don't remember what I say. So I feel like it was like, just be open and know that you're, I don't know. Anyway, that's how you know it is true, because it's like I literally don't know what I said. But anyways, so the path that you're headed on, group 3. The 9 of Pentacles, like, look at this. Oh, creative abundance. This is somebody who is in the flow, in their divine bliss, living their truth, expressing themselves in the material plane. Like, this divine star is coming through them, and she is like crafting on this beautiful piano. So you could be a musician who's getting ready to express themselves in the world, and I feel like you just have so much love that is like pouring through you, and the universe is like, yes, like, please express this to the world, and they want to co-create with you. So be open to these opportunities that are coming through. Oh my gosh, these cards are all flying out. Like, this is going to be happening fairly quickly for you. You got strength for you guys. I love this. Look, you guys, you've been through it. You have the bravery, you have the courage, you have the power, you have the strength, you have everything pretty much where it needs to be to move forward, to take the steps into the dimension that you want. Whatever path you want to choose, it's yours. All you need to know is, like, what is it that you want? What is it that you desire? Just set the intention and boom, it's like, this is powerful manifestation energy happening right now. Like, you guys are, this is crazy. I'm sorry, these are just flying out. We have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, and the Queen of Swords doesn't, like, I don't know, she's not overly emotional. She doesn't like let her emotions sway her in a particular way. She's very direct, right? She has an idea and she is going to implement it. So I feel like this energy is going to be very helpful for you when you're setting an intention or when you're going off on a particular journey forth. Like she's not afraid. She's not like, oh no, like should I do this thing? Like people might think this of me, or what if this happens? Or, no, she's like, I'm doing this, bye-bye kind of thing. Like I am doing what I need to do and you're going to have to deal with it. She's not the most empathetic being, but sometimes being an empath, you have to step into this Queen of Swords energy, because I feel like a lot of empaths end up getting stepped on, right? Because they are so giving, they are so loving, and it's important that you balance that out. So yes, you can be giving, but at the same time, you need to be, number one, open to receiving, but you also have to be seeing things from a higher perspective. Like, have I been giving too much of my energy? You can't give all your wealth away and then expect to have, money to buy things. Like, you have to have a balance. So yes, give a little bit, but then also keep some for yourself, right? You have to keep, whoa. I tell you, we have the Five of Cups. This is the energy about like not always giving your energy away, right? Like look at these little bowls of fish, right? She has these little bowls and she's like giving them energy, and like she can't be there for everyone. And I feel like empaths often what's the word? Like when you try to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one. That is a quote or a phrase that is so true. And I feel like there is like a little dead fish here, and there's an empty bowl with no fish. And it just, that's the thing. You can't please everyone. So it's important that you take some time and just focus on trying to connect with your own self and connect with what it is that you want. Because Group 3, I feel like you've given so much of your time and energy to so many people. It's time to focus on you a little bit. And there is no shame in that. There is no guilt in wanting to spend time with yourself or wanting to focus on bettering yourself. That should be commended. Okay? Heal yourself, heal the world. If more people focused on healing themselves, our world would be a much brighter place. Bottom of the deck energy is the Fool. I love to see it. Yes, it's the time. It's the time to step up and take the risk. Take the leap of faith and know that whatever it is that you're jumping into, it's where you're meant to go. So if you've been debating, like, am I on the right path? Am I on the right path? Does it feel like you're taking a risk? If it feels like you're doing the same thing over and over again, maybe you're not on the right path. You need to feel like what you're doing is stepping into the unknown, stepping into new territory, and that you're being forced to step into a role where you have to use your strength, where you have to use your courage, where you have to use your experience that you've gained throughout your life. If you feel like you're using these tools, if you feel like you're expressing yourself, if you feel like you're sharing your wisdom with others, if you feel like you're maybe if you feel like you're, what's the word? If you feel like you don't know what you're doing, yeah, you're in the right place. Okay? Spirit is saying, take the risk. Start the new chapter of your life. Start this new chapter. Okay? Death beneath it. Out with the old, in with the new. You are a phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay? Take the risk. Open your heart and soar. I love this pile, you guys. I absolutely love this pile. Oh, group 1 was a bit of a, like, I feel like they were kind of hard to read, the group 1 and 2, but group 3 was pretty straightforward. All right. Now, you guys got 2 Sufi cards, which is kind of a lot of information to go through, so we're going to just look at them both and maybe take little pieces from each one. So we have move forward, experience the grace of who you truly are. That sounds about right. And we have willpower, improve your willpower to reduce your stress level. I do feel like that's what this entire reading has been about. It's about coming into your power. It's about saying, I have the power. I have my independence to choose what it is that I want to do in my life. So let's look at moving forward first, quickly. And you don't have to hang around for both of these, but I feel like there's no harm in hearing this powerful wisdom from these beautiful sages. So move forward. Experience the grace of who you truly are. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. You must ask for what you really want. Don't go back to sleep. People are going back and forth across the doorsill where the two worlds touch. The door is round and open. Don't go back to sleep. Rumi. So this is literally about you choosing which doorway you want to enter into. What is it that you want? You have to craft it. You have to create it. You have to declare it. And then you can step through the doorway. Don't listen to what other people are trying to tell you all the time. You have to really focus in on what it is that you want. Otherwise, you'll have resentment later. That's just my little comment there. But anyway, the time has come for you to become aware of the inner glow that is calling you into your place in the world and who you are becoming. Your path, which is what we're talking about, your path is now guiding you into a greater consciousness, a greater ability to respond to all that is around and within you. This is a beautiful revelation that will soon flower into the discovery of a new creative life force. Be ready to experience the everyday as if you are seeing it for the first time. Now you are ready to move forward and manifest your ideas and plans. Let go of the control. While it's necessary to have a vision and direction, it's important to be flexible. By going with the flow, you will reach your destination in a far more relaxed state. Rumi has come to encourage you to stop playing it safe and wake up and live your own dreams. Bloom into new horizons and change. So that's literally what we were saying. We were saying that it's time to take a step to the edge of the cliff and take the risk, take the leap of faith. This oracle is prompting you to finish the work at hand and begin to move forward into a new direction. Engage your imagination. Visualize the success of your heart's desire. Satisfaction comes when you faithfully follow a direction through. A freed imagination can give you the discipline and motivation to accomplish the greater goals in your life. It is all beneficial. Don't procrastinate. Know you're safe. Good fortune ensues. And the mantra is, I am moving forward with the determination to realize my hopes and dreams. I do this with a deep certainty and an inner knowing that I will reach every goal I set and will achieve every aim. You have the strength, group 3. You have the power. You have all of it awaiting you in your little backpack. You do not need to be afraid. It's all within you. So let's see what willpower says. Okay. Improve your willpower to reduce stress level. Show me your face so I would be free from desire to see the roses. Stand tall so I would see nothing but you, the lofty cypress of my garden. No matter how much you hurt me, Hafiz would never turn away from you, for I have found my freedom the moment I became a captive of your love. Hafiz. A life-changing moment has come to you in the fire of transformation and is calling you to say yes to love with your full will and conscious awareness. Hafiz is here to free your heart from temptation by guiding you to see the beauty of the beloved. When your heart shines with courageous love, you will have the capacity to override unwanted thoughts, feelings, or impulses. By surrendering to love, you will have the willpower to resist short-term gratification in pursuit of long-term goals. When loving becomes your habit, it draws little, if any, willpower from you and frees all more energy to do other things. You are at a crucial point in life. It's time to make a choice about your reason for being and what your life will stand for. If you feel that stress and normal life have depleted your resources, it's because you only have so much willpower. So let's see what options you have for increasing this pool of power. This oracle is a guide for you to manage your stress levels by spreading love so you can increase your ability to resist pressures from others to follow a path that is not right for you. Again, the path. Following the path that is in alignment with your heart and soul and what it is that you truly desire is what's going to give you all the power and energy that you need. Don't be putting the energy into other people's wants and desires. It's about what you want. And if you can collaborate with others, that is great. But being under high levels of stress means that your body's energy is used up in acting impulsively and making decisions that are based only on short-term outcome. Self-affirmation can help you be more confident and have more self-control when you're running out of energy. And the mantra is, I can manage my stress levels and direct my willpower to follow love. So if you're constantly trying to be on the reactive, if you're constantly trying to say, like, for example, if your boat is sinking and you're trying to bucket out the water, but you're not patching up the hole, you're going to be literally drowning. You have to tackle the issue at hand. So if there is somebody who you're giving a lot of energy to that no longer truly serves where you want to go, you need to maybe find a way to communicate to that person, hey, like, we need to change our relationship, or we need to move to a place where we can both fulfill our destinies and not feel like the other is taking from the other. And vice versa. It could be a career. It could be anything that's no longer serving you, that you need to move away from. Because once you are in alignment with that flow, that bliss, that drive inside you, that's where the power comes from. That's where the energy comes from. That's where you will have the time and the power to express what it is that you truly desire into this world. So I hope that some of that resonated. I hope that some of it landed somewhere and that your path is becoming more illuminated. I love when the cards talk about the path because, yeah, you don't want to be on someone else's path. You want to be forging your path forward, right? You don't want to spend years and then you realize, wait, I was actually on this other path. But again, that path, like the quote says, all paths lead to home. So it's just a, what's the word? A detour, but we're all headed in the right direction. So I'm sending you all my love and all the guidance and all the light to help guide you on your path forward. You've got this, group 3. You guys have the power. Like, it's incredible. I can feel the energy just bubbling and bursting, waiting to come to life. So if this resonated at all, feel free to like and subscribe. Comment below if you have anything that resonated with you and you'd like to share it. Otherwise, we will see you in another video. Thank you. Bye.